Hello, guys, and welcome. Thank you for joining me again for another night of Facebook Live. Also, I want to thank you guys for joining me on the replay from SoundCloud or YouTube. It is indeed a pleasure to be here with you. Tonight, we are on video 2 of our business series. So, last night we gave you some ideas of some businesses that you could start during this pandemic while we're sitting at home and we have all this time and we have all these thoughts just flowing. So I hope that you've taken the time to listen to that video and get some ideas. This is mainly for those that need or want to generate a little income during this time of pandemic. The ideas I gave you for businesses last night are things that you can continue to do as life gets back to the new normal from this pandemic. They are all low cost, low overhead ideas for businesses, and they're good for kids. Young teens, young kids could also do these things. Also for us older adults that have ideas that we have neglected to try. And a lot of times we don't try because we're afraid to try. We don't know how. So now is the time to learn. Now is to get those ideas and put those ideas into actions. So tonight, I just wanted to tell you or give you just some basic steps of how to get that idea you have into action, how to put it forth and to make it a business. So if you're here with me tonight, go ahead and like and share this video. I have a comment saying that their service is not very good in the location where they're at, and that's okay because you'll be able to catch the replay either on SoundCloud or YouTube on our YouTube channel. So if you haven't already liked and subscribed to our YouTube channel or our SoundCloud channel, please do that so that you can catch these videos. Nevertheless, I'm glad you are here with me tonight, and let's get started. So by now, if you listened to the video on yesterday, you kind of have an idea of whatever business it is that you have in mind. So regardless of what it is, you kind of have an idea. I may not even have, you may have already had something in your head that you already wanted to pursue or wanted to do. Or maybe you heard something last night and you said, well, yeah, that may be something that I'd like to try. Whatever it is, let's just get right to it. So, first of all, in order to put something into action, you have to know what it is. So what is it that you'd like to do? What kind of business, what kind of product would you like to sell? What kind of service would you like to offer? Then decide whether or not it's something that you just want to do temporarily, or is it something that you're looking to do ongoing and that you want this to be your business, a bona fide business, a legit business. Okay, so if that's the case, is it a nonprofit service, or are you wanting to sell products or sell a service that you want to make it profitable? Okay, so because nonprofits, you'll have to apply for a 501 of some sort for nonprofit organizations, depending on how whatever your mind is for your business. So with that, you're going to go to irs.gov and look for those things in the nonprofit section and follow the steps there for application. Tonight, I want to focus more on the businesses that are temporary that you'd like to do, like for teens. And those that you're wanting to do for profit. So that's kind of where my focus is tonight. So as you're logging in with me, once again, don't forget to like and share this video. So first of all, it's just to determine what kind of business you want to do. Okay, and that's totally up to you. I suggest you do something that you enjoy. Now, making money, yes, that's good, but to start a business with the mindset that, oh, I can make money doing this, yeah, the money's good, but if you don't enjoy it, the money's not going to matter. So you want to find something that you enjoy, determine what kind of business it is, and that's step number one. That's where you start. Okay? So now you want to also think about the logistics within that business. Okay? For some of you, you just want to do a virtual tutoring session, or maybe you just want to earn some clothes to make a few extra dollars or detail a few cars. Well, with that, all you want to do is just get the word out. See where your services that you're wanting to provide are needed most. And the best place to start with that is just with your family and friends, people that you are close to. The reason why I say that is that you start with people that you trust and people that you're close to, and then you're able to provide a quality service for them at a reasonable price. They're going to give you honest feedback, and then you can build up your plan for generating more clients. So when they're talking to their friends and having conversations with their friends, they're going to tell them about your service. They're going to tell them the service you're offering at the wonderful cost that you're giving them. And then that is building up your clientele, and it's also helping to develop your business. Now, you may not need to go into all these other steps if this is just a temporary service that you're wanting to do, a temporary business that you're just wanting to generate some income to kind of help pull you along through this pandemic that we're dealing with until we can get back to a new kind of normal. Okay? So also you have to be thinking about the things you're going to need. What are you going to need if you're going to do the earning? What are you going to need if you're going to do a virtual tutoring session? Those simple things. What are you going to need if you're going to do a website designing for people like me? What are you going to need if you're going to find people with pets and do the pet care and the groom care for us people with pets, and our pets need a bath? You know, what are you going to need for those services? So the logistics within that business, that's something you need to be thinking about. What is your business name? How are you going to market yourself, right? So do your business have a name, or you just going off your own name? Are you going to give your business a name? And who are your customers? You know, where are you going to find us? Do you have friends and family that has pets that need to be walked or need to be groomed? You know, so that is a way to just get started. If that's all you want to do, it's just a temporary thing. Okay, guys? So what about those that are painting, making paintings for Mother's Day and planning to sell them so that someone can have something nice and custom made for their mother for Mother's Day? Because I'm looking for some custom stuff as we speak. Because like I said, I love paintings. I love artwork. And I'm waiting. My daughter came in today and asked me, now, where is that painting that you were that I had started and hadn't quite finished? So, you know, I'm waiting on it. So to do something like that, put it out there, if you're going to market it on social media and sell it, if you're going to auction it off, whatever you're going to do, have a plan in mind. All right. Now, for those of us that are a little more serious in generating a real business, a legit real business that we want to make it work for us, then same thing, same first step applies, is that you have to decide what kind of business it is that you're wanting. What kind of business are you going to do? What kind of services are you going to provide? And also, you have to decide, is it needed for the area in which you're going to generate this business? That's important, okay? And then you have to think about the logistics within that business. You have to think about location. You have to think about the equipment. You have to think about, is it going to cost, what are the overhead costs? Are you going to need help from family and friends, or are you going to have to hire people to help you put this in motion? So you have an idea, but now you really have to think seriously about what all is included in this idea. What is it going to take to see what you see in your mind put into action? Okay, so these are thoughts that you really have to brainstorm and really be honest with yourself. The more honest you are with yourself when you're asking yourself these questions, then the easier it's going to be when you get ready to put your vision on paper and get it into action. Okay? What is your business name? What are your plans for marketing your businesses? Who needs your service, or who needs your product? Who else is doing it? What are their challenges? Okay? And if no one else is doing it, how do I know it's going to work? Have I done the research? What does the research say? Okay? So these are all questions that initially, when you have that idea, you have to consider these things. All right? Once you get your business name and you're serious about what it is that you're wanting to do, you have to apply for a EIN number. That's an employer identification number. That is done through the IRS.gov. And there's application that you can do online. It's quick and it's easy. It's basically asking you what type of business it is. It's asking you your name, the name of your business. It wants to know if you're a sole proprietor, or is this a corporation or a partnership. It wants to know what your address is going to be, or what it is. Just simple questions that you can answer that identifies you as a company or as a business, and they mail it to you. So if you submit it through online, which so many of us are generating things online now, simple application, fill it out. It doesn't cost you anything. And the IRS will then send you a letter with your EIN number stating the details of your business. Okay, that makes you official. Makes you official, okay? So these are the first 3 steps. What kind of business? What are the logistics within that business? And apply for that EIN number. Now, by this time, you ought to be generating a little fuel and getting excited about what it is that you're wanting to produce. And remember, guys, these are just basic details that I'm giving you. We know that there is a lot more detail and legwork in this, but I just want to give you some basic ideas to let you know that what you're wanting to do, it is doable. There's no excuses. There's people out here, I've seen them all through the internet, coaching on businesses and how to get it done. I've seen them also on Instagram, these coaches and consultants that are out here that will help give you more detail into starting and launching your business, guys. Okay, so once you get that IEN number in, you should have done the research that you need. Remember when I'm telling you about the questions that you need to ask yourself, and come up with some kind of marketing plan or strategy. Now, being that we're quarantined and socially limited, this that you're watching me on, this is your marketing. This is where you start. A good place to start. It's not costing you anything extra. All it takes is using it to where it benefits you and your business, right? So you should have by now something on paper in your face that outlines the details within your business. You need to write it down because it's something that you need to see. You need to have something tangible that's going to hold you accountable for putting the pieces to your business together. That is called a business plan, right? So also, if you have a business that requires overhead or that requires you to make large purchases, you have to have a business plan, something on paper, something tangible, when you go and apply for loans or grants and things of that nature. So if you have a business to where you're going to need assistance later on down the road, what better time than now than to put a business plan together? Well, where do I find a business plan? How do I write a business plan? Pretty much the basic details to initiate a business plan is lined up in the questions that I've already asked, right? Also, you can do a Google search and pull up a template for a business plan. It'll give you the question. All you do is fill it in with your answer as it applies to your business. Now, maybe not all questions are going to apply to your business, but those things that do apply to your business, you answer those as best you can, and then you type it up in a format that supports your plan for your business, right? So when you need to go to the bank and get a $1,500 loan so that you can get this business off the ground and have all your inventory and equipment and stuff that you need, you have a plan right there that you can submit to help show that this is a legit business and this is your plan. It also includes in that your marketing strategy, your target clientele or audience, and just all the details that you can come up with. Now, don't have a plan that's so tight that you don't allow room for growth or changes. Because just because we have an ideal up here does not necessarily mean that our business is going to go the way we have it lined out. There may need to be some tweaks and adjustments we need to make along the way. So you have to be prepared for that. And just because you run into roadblocks along the way doesn't mean that that business is not able to work. It can work. It can work. It's just sometimes obstacles get in the way. It's called Murphy's Law. Anything that can happen will happen, right? So we know that life is a cycle of good and bad, ups and downs, positive and negatives. So life is going to continue to happen while you're planning. You have to be passionate about your business. Your business has to be something that you enjoy, and you have to commit to the process. No one of us that owns a business or is in a business would tell you that it's all peaches and cream all the time and that everything has happened the way that we thought it was going to happen, and we're just making a lot of money and all that good stuff. We'd like to think that, but a lot of businesses don't start off just so. All that matters is that you start, right? Remember, I told you last night, we don't have to start big. It could be just a little something. It could be just a little something. We don't have to start big. Okay? I see a young lady streaming social media, playing her music, writing songs. You know, she could turn that into a mega business just by doing what they call it. They used to call them telegrams, where you go and do the song. She can do songrams, you know, just things like that. Instead of birthday cards, you know, have a song playing for someone's birthday or for anniversary or special occasion. There's all kinds of things we can do with our creative minds. Okay, there could be a million people doing it, but no one's going to do it just like you. I saw another lady knitting little baby stuff. Hey, babies are a big market. People are having babies every day. I see all kind of babies floating through social media. What a good marketing strategy to stick with that and target those people that are on social media with those babies, okay? So we have to think about that. Have a plan, start small, build up your craft, develop yourself, and as you develop and start building clientele, you'll know how to make the necessary adjustments when your business blows up, okay? Because I have a feeling that after this pass and we get to a new normal, if you establish yourself now and get some ideas now of what you can do and get a taste of it, I think that when our world opens back up and we get to a different way, a new norm, back socializing and back, you know, to our life as a new norm, I believe that if you can start now, then the sky is definitely the limit when things get back to normal. I just believe that, okay? Because by then, you already have made an impact. You've already shown yourself capable of handling a business and providing good quality services and developing your craft. And I think that as you're able to do that, your ideas will begin to just bloom. I just believe that with everything in me. Guys, I gave you some short, basic details today of how to get that idea into action and get it started. I hope it's been helpful. I hope I didn't leave out any details, and I hope that I answered your questions. But if not, just in case I have not answered your question, something that you're looking for into a little bit more detail, you can always comment in the comment section, ask your question, message me. That's perfectly fine, guys. I've enjoyed being here with you tonight. We'll finish with video 3 tomorrow in our business series, and I hope that you guys are continuing to stay safe and have a great night.